Welcome to the Digital How-To series. In this episode, I'm going to talk about how easy it is to create Google display campaigns. So again, I'm going to use the same example, which is we're trying to sell algorithm services to people. So people that are looking for digital performance marketing type services. So I'm going to go straight into Google AdWords, and you'll see here pretty much that you have the ability to create campaigns pretty much from any page. So let me just switch here to campaigns, just switch to all campaigns, and you'll see a big blue plus button, which is add campaign. Cool. So new campaign. It's going to ask again what your objective is. So in this case, I want leads. And again, it lists out the different types of campaign that fall under that objective. So leads. In this case, it's display. So people that have been searching for our services, actively looking for our services, or people that have interacted with our website before. There's a bunch of options here. I'm going to choose standard display campaign, smart display campaign and Gmail campaigns. Also a decent way of reaching the right audience, but yeah, let's keep things simple here with a standard display campaign. It's asking for the website address, so it understands what your website is all about. So I've selected that, I hit continue. Just dismiss this notification here. Okay, cool. So let's give it a quick name as always. So Google Display Network, just so I know what it is. And let's call this digital, services. Now I have the same options as always, which is to enter another location, include, exclude. In this case, I want to go after people that are in Johannesburg only. So let's just type in Johannesburg. You'll see here you can either target or exclude. In this case, target. We have languages. Pretty much English is the default for Google search behavior or website behavior. It's automatically said that you want to focus on the conversion objective and automatically maximize conversions. As I've said before in other videos, pretty much be guided by Google. Their recommendations are normally geared to get you more leads or whatever your objective is. So I need to put in a daily budget. So let's just put in 2,000 rand a day. And then I can create ad groups under that campaign. In this case, I'm just going to create one, but you get the idea. You could create multiple variations under one campaign and see which ad group performs the best. So we're dealing with Google Display here, which means that we're looking for audience behavior. So Google will automatically surface a bunch of ideas. So you'll see here, based on advertisers like you or based on your website, it's going to say, hey, maybe you want to target SEO and SEM services, so search engine marketing services, website design and development, and a whole bunch of options. Some of these will be relevant and some of them will be irrelevant. So just take some time to consider what you're selecting. You'll see on the right here, it tells you how many impressions, estimated number of clicks and conversions over a period of time, over the campaign duration. You also have the ability to look at different demographics. So you can choose kind of broad demographics like, I don't know, people interested in sport or something very broad. Those types of behaviors are great for a reach and frequency campaign, but not so good if you're looking for conversions. So you'll see here, there's a section called in-market audiences. So if I just expand that section, and I can go into all kinds of different stuff here. So business or industrial products, let's have a little look under this one, just expand it here. Okay, you can see here, this isn't really relevant to what we're trying to do. And you just have to scan through and find the things that are most relevant to you. In our case, quite a few of our target audience are looking for business and productivity software. So I can select that and immediately it'll tell me what the expected results are. The other section that's quite useful here is if you navigate back, you can see how they've interacted with your business. So now I can go, okay, these are the people that have consumed our SEO service pages, so I can include that. There's another explainer video on how to create custom audiences in Google Analytics and publish those to Google AdWords, which will guide you on how to create these types of behavioral data sets based on your Google Analytics and website behavior. So now I've got a nice audience selection, so business and productivity software, website development and design kind of searches, people looking for SEO services, and anybody that's visited our site and hasn't necessarily completed a purchase. You also have the option here to include or exclude ages. So generally speaking, I'm after people who are kind of 35 plus. I'm going to keep it as male and female and unknown. And in European countries or more developed countries, you'll see household income data. In South Africa, that's not yet available. So now I've got reach. I can use this slider to be more aggressive or less aggressive. Generally speaking, unless you've got a big budget, I'd leave this slider at the default setting. And now it's a case of creating the adverts. So as always, Google will give you like a preview of what you're creating. So I want to load some images and logos. The tool actually scans your website and will suggest images or logos that you can use. But in this case, I've designed some assets that are ready for this ad format. So if I just go here, go to my desktop, I can see that I've got these images here. I'm going to select all 4. Just wait for those to load. And then I've got 2 logos and 2 kind of background images. So now I can select these and say, okay, what is it? Well, it's a logo and it's not square, it's landscape. So I'm just going to choose the landscape one. So select that ratio. I've now got a square one. It's already recognized that it's square. So I'll select that ratio. So now I've got a logo. So now let's choose a background image. So it's now set to image. It can see that it's square. So let's select that one. I also have a landscape version of the same thing. Again, it's automatically picked up that it's square. You'll see here that it has the dimensions that you can design your assets to. So now if I just select those and save, what you'll see here in a second when the internet catches up is a preview of those ads in all kinds of different formats. So the great thing about the Google Display format is that it will automatically scale the ad to your target website or place that the ad is showing. You also have the option to add a video. So if you want to add a video, just literally find that on your YouTube channel and add. And then you have headlines, which kind of dynamically float on top of the advert. In this case, I'm just going to use the ones that Google are suggesting, but obviously you can define whatever headlines you wish. There's a short headline and there's a long headline. Just for the ease of the demo, I'm going to use the same headline for both. And then you can put in your description, which is a bit more detailed. So let's just choose one of the default settings here. So performance marketing agency services. Google's actually pretty good at suggesting both descriptions and headlines. But my suggestion is that you spend some time to curate the message that is right for your audience. You then add your business name, so Algorithm Agency. You also have a few additional options here. So you can add a call to action. So in my case, I want people to learn more. And now you'll see here, it's now rendering a preview of what that ad looks like in lots of different formats. So you can choose the different formats here. You can navigate through them to make sure that you're happy with how it looks and feels. I'm happy. So now I just hit create campaign. You'll see that it's going to give me like a summary of all of the things that I just kind of defined. So where am I targeting? What was the objective? What was the budget? I'm cool with that. So let's go to the campaign. Now it's gone into a state of ad approval. The text ads or search ads tend to be approved within 1 to 2 hours. However, these image-based ads require a bit more human scrutiny. So typically it can take anywhere between 4 hours to 48 hours for Google approval. Once that's been approved, then your ads and your campaign's up and running. If you do have a problem with ad approval, it will tell you why the ad has been disapproved. Potentially you might need to edit the ad details or potentially speak to Google to find out why it's been rejected. And that's how easy it is to create a Google Display campaign in the Google Ads platform.